Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Get Fact. In this episode we are going to be focusing on Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield. Now these games were released in November of 2019. That's not your first fact, but it's a bonus one. Since then, Pokémon fans all around the world have been enjoying its inclusion in the Pokémon core game series. Obviously, every time a new core series Pokémon game is released, it gives us more facts. So here are a bunch of Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield facts. These games are based off of the United Kingdom. When looking into the region, the Pokémon game creators actually visited the UK, and they stayed in Windermere, and you can see the similarities here. My personal favourite British similarity is this lovely red post box here. It's pretty cool. Cramorant is a cormorant Pokémon. When it dives or uses surf, it comes back up with an Arrokuda in its mouth. However, every so often, it can come up with a Pikachu in its mouth. It is quite rare, so if you see this, take a picture. Speaking of Cramorant, its shiny form is an orange colour. This could be a reference to a seagull in Wales that fell into a vat of curry and turned completely orange. This is quite relevant because curry is a very big feature in the Pokémon Sword and Shield games. One of the ingredients you can use in these curries is a packet of sausages. Now this is the first time we have seen meat used as food in a Pokémon game. What that meat is? Well, I'll just leave that up to your imagination. Alistair is a version exclusive gym leader to Pokémon Shield. This could be a reference to the fact that he shields his face with that mask. But did you know there's a way to see him without that mask? If you complete the post game and get Alistair's rare league card, you can see his face on it. If you just flip it round and look at the picture, there it is. That's what he really looks like. He's a specialist of ghost type Pokémon. One of the ghost type lines introduced in Sword and Shield is Sinistea and Poltegeist. But did you know that these have two forms? There's actually an authentic and a forgery form of Sinistea and Poltegeist. The forgery form is the most common, and that is probably the one that you've got if you've got a Sinistea or Poltegeist. However, it does have the authentic form. You can find this out very cleverly by looking at a Dynamax battle, or when it comes into battle or into Pokédex, by the little label that it will have inside of its cup or teapot. If it has this, you have the authentic form. With that, it has different ways of evolving. Usually the forgery form will evolve with the cracked pot. However, the authentic form will evolve with the chipped pot. Something that has been noticed by a lot of people now is that there is a mouse cursor in the end credits. I'll try and slow the footage down for you here, but can you see that there is a mouse cursor spreading over the screen for a few frames of a second? You would have thought that Game Freak would have removed this, however, apparently not, there it is. Mr. Mime is a Pokémon that is based off of the mime artist Marcel Marceau. But did you know that Mr. Rhyme is a Pokémon based off of Charlie Chaplin? Mr. Rhyme is the comedian Pokémon. Charlie Chaplin did a lot of comedy films, and he was a comedian himself, and there may be a little bit of similarities between the two. Something that's pretty cool is the fact that in your bedroom, in your house, the switch that is at the back will have the coloured controllers that you have. So for example, if you've got the red controller on the right and the blue on the left, that is what will show in game. However, if you've got a special set of controllers, green and pink for example, the Splatoon ones, the switch colours on your Switch in the game will be those colours as well. Give it a try. This one may be more of a theory than a fact. However, when you get to Windon, there is an overground train. The overground colour on the London Tube map is orange. Because Windon is based off of London, could this be a reference to the overground? The train there is orange itself, so quite possibly. Quite a good inclusion into these games is that these are the first games where you can actually nickname other people's Pokémon. This can only happen if they don't have a nickname themselves. So for example, if you were doing a surprise trade and you got a Pokémon from someone and it didn't have a nickname, you can nickname it yourself. And finally, did you know that there is actually an Alolan form in this game? If you find the camp that has a load of Meowth there, you will see lots of Cantonian Meowth, which you can obtain, and lots of Galarian Meowth, which you can obtain, and, strangely, one Alolan Meowth, which you can't actually use in-game. However, it's been programmed in to feature in a Pokemon camp. Does this mean that at a later date, we are going to be able to use all Alolan forms in this game? Or at the very least, Alolan Meowth and Alolan Persian? Quite possibly, only time will tell. But that's it everyone, those were my Sword and Shield facts. do stay tuned for more Get Fact episodes, and if you've enjoyed this one, please do like or subscribe to my channel. But for now, that's it from me, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.